गोपी जना वल्लभा गिरिवरदारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी जया राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्रील प्रभुपाद की हरिनाम संकीर्तन की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवत्युत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. See, this is a topic devotee suggested me to speak about spiritual friendship amongst wise devotees. Why we need friendship in this world? You will see that the living entities are by nature social. You see parrots fly together, you have seen that? Crows, they also fly together. Even dogs, they have a group together also, you will find that. Similarly, human beings have a nature to form groups. You see, as soon as you put 100 people in a hall, if there is some time for the conference to start, half an hour, immediately they will make groups. That's called grapevine, we call it. Grapevine means just like in a grapes, they bunch. You've seen that? They bunch up. Grapes, they come in bunches. They come single or bunch. They come in bunches. So people tend to bunch up together depending on their tastes and their flavors. They identify their friends and they gather together. And in that friendship, they seek to give affection and receive affection. And the nature of the jiva is to celebrate. Jivas are called Utsava Priya. They like to celebrate festival. They like to express affection and receive affection. If there is no such feeling, then one is considered a stone, Prabhupada says. And that was Dridam Pandrishu Vrishnishu was Ata Vishwesha Vishwatman. Vishwamurti Svakesham. In that purpose, Prabhupada says, if one has no affection for anybody, one doesn't receive any affection from anybody, then one is considered like a stone, he says. Because to express such affection or love is a symptom of living entity. Now the impersonalists, they try to make it zero. Impersonalists and the Buddhists and the Jains and Voidists, they try to make this affection zero because they think this emotions are problem creating. Let us make it zero. Prabhupada says actually you cannot make it zero. Therefore, when they go to the impersonal Brahman, also there is a tendency to again fall back. Arusha vitrena param padam tataha patanti ado anadrati. They again fall back to doing social welfare activities and things like that because they want to express their affection for somebody. You will see even an old man, when he has nobody in the family, is left alone, he gets a puppy dog or something to feed biscuits. You will say, and walk with the dog. How many of you have seen, even in India, people walking with the dog now? Correct, no? Because people need somebody to, like they had put a picture of one lady sitting with her dog and talking, and then they have given a heading, "At last someone understands me." Because talk is one fellow who will not talk back. If she talks to her husband, he may argue back. Correct? Na? So everybody is looking for affection, friendship, some exchange. In that, they feel comfortable. For example, you have something, some urge to say something to somebody. Once you have told that, you feel relieved. At least I had somebody I could share what I wanted to say. Similarly, you have some pressing question to ask, to know which direction I should take. Should I go left or right? Then we feel like asking somebody. And then when you get the answer, then you become relieved. Similarly, you have some joys and sorrows to be shared also. With somebody who is concerned about you, interested in you. Then when you do that, then you feel relieved. Like, for example, when you get success, you want to go and tell somebody, correct? No? That I did this. If you don't have anybody in life to share your success, that is why people feel lonely, correct? No? And modern day culture is a very lonely culture because everybody is in a mood of I, me, mine. Huh? I, me, mine. Huh? They only think about themselves. You may be sitting in a train or a flight, surrounded by hundreds of people. Everybody is glued into their own, smartphones. Correct? Now you will see that they're all playing video games, or they are watching some movie. Huh? Everybody, nobody even looks at you. Who is the neighbor? Also, correct? Now Everybody nowadays in the airport also, I find many people are putting this. What do you call this? iPod, no? Ear, earpod, yeah, earpod. They put earpod, yeah. They put a earpod and they're walking, correct, no? Even when, and they're talking to themselves. Correct, no? Themselves means somebody while going, coming. You've seen that? Yeah. So and the world has become extremely impersonal now. In such an impersonalistic world, if living being, that's why even the most rich people are completely poverty stricken in terms of affection and love and relationships, uh, and they feel completely empty. Uh, that is why we say, smiling faces, crying hearts. We have seen that picture. Face is a facade, uh, we say cardboard face and plastic smiles. We call it like the smile of a receptionist or somebody like that. So when we come into this center, student center, voice center, what are we supposed to do? What are we not supposed to do? Which will enhance the friendships between the devotees. That's what we are going to discuss today. How do we cultivate it? Is it big enough or is it small? Small. I'll try to make it bigger if possible. They have to pull it down. You're all individual. If this size is good. So, in the spiritual world, there is Sakyas, correct? No? Between Krishna and the Gopals. You see, they're all sitting in the this thing, the bank of you know Yamuna. You know, is it big enough now? Okay. Yeah. So in partnership in Krishna consciousness. Yeah. See, when we talk about affection between devotees, devotees should induce each other to become more and more Krishna conscious, and to help one another to escape from Maya. That is the purpose of this friendship. Just like, for example, say you connect with one of your friends after passing out of the college. You both want to become entrepreneurs and you become partners in business. So, what will be your goal? That's all? Nothing more than that? To make money. What are you talking? Business partnership means first thing is what? Yeah, you put 5 lakh, I put 10 lakh, and we make it 1 crore. Is it not true? Yeah. Actually, if you don't think like that, you can't be a businessman. Isn't it? Similarly, you are a devotee, I am a devotee. Both have a common goal. What is it? We want to go back home, back to? And we want to attain Krishna Prem. That is our currency. Isn't it? Krishna Prem Abhina Avyartha Daredra Jivan Das Kori Vetan More Deya Prema Dhan is saying. Krishna Prem Vina, without Krishna Prem, one's life is Daridra and Vyartha. Saying it's a waste of time and one becomes a poverty-stricken fellow, correct? No? So in the path of spiritual life, how many of you feel you'll be happy if somebody helps you to progress faster? That is why we need friendship, correct? No? Progress fastly in spiritual life and also to be saved from Maya, correct? No? A true, genuine devotee friend is one who helps you and wants you and takes care of you. Yeah, that is partnership, spiritual partnership. And then shelter, Shastra Sangha, acting as a mirror to help us see shortcomings with compassion. For example, in the morning japa, when we are all sitting together and chanting, somebody has not cleared the belly or somebody has not slept enough. They feel a little drowsy, correct? No? So if one of your friends is feeling bit drowsy, you tell him during the day, bro, I think you didn't have enough sleep yesterday night. I think you did. I think you need to take a little more rest. And then you will understand, oh, probably I was dozing, therefore he's saying that. And if he's a very close friend, he may clarify also, correct? No? Why, Prabhuji, why do you feel I didn't sleep enough? And he may say that, please take adequate rest, or whatever. So you may help them with compassion, not with ridicule or not delight in their faults, but to help one another. Yeah. And similarly, sharing essentials, nourished by prasad, katha, and kirtan, not material assets. You know that the famous verse, dadati, ati guhyamakyati, bhunkte. Ah. So when devotees come together, Krishna says that matchitta madgata prana hodayanta paraspara. What they exchange is, the discussion about the katha of the Lord, they exchange prasad, they do kirtan together, and they also share. Guhyamagata Pachati is a very deep thing. Initially, you meet your friends, and the relationship is pretty formal in the beginning. You know, you may not want to open your heart because we all open our heart after developing trust and confidence. Like, for example, if you go to homes, they have one lens, you know that? On the door, they watch like this. Imagine somebody is coming and battering door at 11 o'clock, a lady will not open the house. First, she will see through the lens. Who is the fellow standing on the other side? You see a stranger or a familiar person, correct, no? So if it's a familiar person, some relative or somebody, then she will open the door. Now, after opening door also, they have a chain. You've seen that? Like that it open. Door doesn't fully open. You want to fully check. Correct, no? Correct, no? If she want to take something, somebody says, I have brought some bill or receipt. She will not fully open the door. Slightly open and take the receipt and close the door. Because nothing to do with that fellow other than that, other than taking the bill. If it happens to be her husband, happens to be her child, she'll fully open the door, come inside, and then she'll close the door. Correct, no? So depending on how much trust we have in the other person, we all open our heart door accordingly. If somebody want to speak to you something, if you may have a business-like relationship with some people, you know, you even wonder, should I give time or not to that person? If the person is important for you, then you give a little time. More important, you give all the time. Then you even open the door and allow the person to come into your heart, and then have a conversation, and you delight in that association. Like Krishna is sitting with his covered friends. These are very important people for him, correct? No? He's giving all his time for them, like that. So, just like morning, you want to take a hot water bath. What is the first thing you will do? Somebody gives you, say, Vilas Vadanpur gave me a bucket of hot water to bathe. What is the first thing I will do? Huh? Put on my head. What will I do? No, of course, before mixing, what you will do? If I mix another half a bucket of cold water, already it was very light, took warm. Then it become more cold. So what is the first thing I do? Just put your hand and check how hot it is, correct? No? So you check it. That is how you check the other person. Huh? What is the intention of this person? This jiva is coming close to me. What he wants from me? Huh? What is he going to do with me? Is he, initially our mind always thinks in terms of friend and enemy. Huh? Is it friendly vibration or enemy vibration? And after you know it's friendly vibration, then you say, okay, it's friendly, no threats. Huh? But even after being friendly, what is the intention behind the relationship? What do I want? If you find that the person is very simple, pure-hearted, selfless, kind, caring, and is helpful, and actually is a genuine, he can be a genuine friend, then we open our heart more and more. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramanand Rai, correct? No, Arjuna and Krishna, and Krishna and Sudama, correct? No, similar Lord Rama and Guha. You can see that Sugriva and Lord Ramchandra, correct? No, you can see that the friendships connection happened very nicely. Krishna and Uddhava also, like that. So these kind of relationships where both of them opened their heart to each other and entered each other's heart, correct? No. So, and it gets more and more nourished. See, other things are secondary. For example, exchanging prasad, you know, or giving gifts, accepting gift. They are not the as kept in the same level as the Guhyamakati Prachati. Because Guhyamakati Prachati is like the soul of that verse. Initially, for example, when you talk to a friend, He may say, Prabhuji, can we read Prabhupada's book together? Then you may read. That reading may be very formal. You have reading groups, you have seen that? When you come together, you read a book, and then you tell the meaning. It's very formal. He gives some examples, some stories, you know. You also hear, and then any questions? I say, no questions. That means it's closed relationship. Because there is no deeper discussion, no questions. It's very, very superficial understanding they have. No? But after you finish, if somebody is asking question, most fellows don't ask question because they want to maintain their image. I am advanced. Don't think हमारे में कुछ कमी नहीं है. You know? But if somebody is asking a question, because he knows that the speaker sometimes may, while responding to the answer, the question, he may sometimes say, hey, Prabhuji, you don't know this. Such a small thing, and how can you not have faith in that or whatever? And there's a fear. लोग क्या सोचेंगे? लोग लज्जा की बात है. So they have fear. So there is a fear of one's status getting reduced. So one may be a little extra cautious, one may not open up. That is why we suggest that reading groups can be smaller reading groups, correct? No? Like one mentor and a group of, 8 people, 10 people, whatever. In that one is more confident. Okay, this fellow, it's the same group, we all know each other, we are quite intimate friends, and you don't fear to open up, correct? No? So initially you may ask Shastri questions, philosophical questions. And as time progresses, you may ask, the relationships get thicker, then you may ask even personal questions. Correct? No? You will not fear. For example, Sanatana Goswami asked a personal question. He asked to Mahaprabhu, Ke ame ke ne amoy yare tapatroy, iha nahi jani shudra ke nanoy, gramya vavahare, gramya vavahare kahe pandita, satyakari mani, apanara hita hita kichu nahi jani. He's saying, this requires a lot of guts to say this. He's saying that, Ke am I? Who am I? Kene amai yare tapatrai. Why are the threefold miseries causing me suffering? Even I jani shudra kenanai. Because I don't know answer to these questions, I am like a shudra. He's saying, I am a ignorant fool. And then he's saying, Gramya Vavahare, Ahe Pandita Satyakarimani. People in the village call me as Pandita, learned person. And I also agree with them. Yeah, correct. I am very learned. I'm thinking like that. Apanara hita hita kichuna jani. I do not know what is good for me, what is bad for me, I don't know. Only I am simply going on in the name of a learned person. That means, here Sanatana Goswami is showing humility. Humility about oneself and praising Lord Chaitanya. So, this kind of Bhimagita Prachati is very amazing. Like Arjuna also is asking question for which he gets scolding also from Krishna sometimes, correct? No? He is ready to be scolded by Krishna. He says, what is it was? Buddhi mohaya sivame. Tadekam vadanishchitya. Jena shreyoham apniyam. Vyamishrenev vakyena buddhim mohaya sivame. Tadekam vadanishchitya. Jena shreyoham apniyam. He is saying, what is this, my dear friend? What are you saying? Vyamishreneva vakyana. See, your speech is causing me. Buddhi mohaya sivame. My mind is getting more bewildered by your answers. He's saying, Arey, ek baat bolo. Tad ekam vadanishitya. Tell me to go to forest and become a mendicant, I agree. Or tell me to take the bow and arrow and work, I agree. But don't say do the work, and be detached. I don't know how to do that. You are saying, so Arjuna was a little confused about, he thought one or two is very easy to do. People say, Prabhuji, tell me to be Krishna conscious, all right, but don't tell me to study. Or tell me to study and get good marks, don't tell me to be Krishna conscious. But we are telling people, emerge both, combine both, correct, na? So some people, once they take one thing, they go into that like that. You have seen that? Fully get occupied with that. So therefore, we have to see our nature of working. One should know how to balance, correct, no? So Arjuna openly said that. I have and many questions, very vulnerable questions he asked. You are telling me to become Krishna conscious. If I leave my old karma friends and come to this direction, and here also if I don't become successful, then will I become like a riven cloud? Neither there, nor here, na garka, na ghate, aisa na ho jaye. He's asking this question. Krishna says, Nahi kalyana kat kasyat durgatim tat gacchati. How can anybody doing auspicious activity be lost like a river cloud, Arjun. He says that very beautiful answers Krishna gives. So this is Guhyamagadi Prachati, correct now? Opening the heart with a senior and with equal. So in this way, along with that, you can have prasad, you can have katha, you can have kirtan. So yes, and then soul connections beyond the bodily designations of race or gender, all these things. Like for example, a Mataji is taking initiation from a spiritual master. So now she may be in a female body and he is in a male body, but it is a soul. Uh, it is a soul who has got a master in life. Correct now. That's how she sees. She sees him like a father, spiritual father. So that is why this is not like a bodily connection. This relationship, the friendship, what we are talking here, is not like the karmi friends, the non-devotee friends. They have friendships, but this friendship is actually on a spiritual platform. Let us see how it will understand more. See, what the spiritual friendship is not. It's not a gossip club. You see. Uh, it's not a place to discuss faults of others or complaining about management or authorities or useless prajalpa. Because when you do prajalpa, useless talk about different mundane things, it is going to agitate the mind. In those days, we had working boys and students staying together. And we realized it's a serious problem because the working boys have no study to do. Huh? They come back in the evening and they are quite cool. They're reading newspaper, they're chatting and all. And the students see them and they also get spoiled. Then imagine if a student is relaxing like them, what will happen? And they won't be able to crack, isn't it? And the working boys are sometimes 27, 28, and they're talking about marriage also. And students are only 20, not even 21. Correct, no? So we saw that their lifestyle, their needs are different. So therefore, we decided that only those working boys will stay with the boys who are very fired up in book distribution, preaching and mentoring and giving lectures and bringing people. That kind of fire they have. Correct? No? Only they will stay in the boys. Otherwise, we gave them another separate place called as yoga, youth of God's abode. Yeah, that is called yoga. I had designed this long before. Within a few years of starting voice, we started yoga. As soon as voice boys passed out, we started the yoga after that. So, um, therefore, we don't want our center to become a gossip club, people discussing faults of others. If you have problem with management, you can have problem. And you can go to the right authority and tell them to sort out the problem. Correct, na? Are you interested in sorting out? Or are you interested in munching in the mouth with other people? Then one should go to the authorities and talk. A non-transactional, which means, one should not think, you know, what will I get from the other fellow? That kind of connections are very weak. If you're going to make friendship with somebody only with the intention of getting something in return, otherwise you think, why to waste time with that fellow? I have my own things. So then that kind of so-called friendship also is selfish. So like Lord Rama and Sugriva, when they made a friendship, Hanuman was the one who brought them together. And they went around fire. Just like Agnivalam you do for marriage, correct? No? Like that, they went around fire. And then Lord Ram said, see, now that we have become friends now, the fruit of friendship is service, Lord Ram said. So tell me how I can serve you, he asked. Then Sugriva told about his plight. My wife Ruma has been stolen away by my brother Vali. I want her back. And and uh, and he said that he is very mighty, very powerful. And I, being a younger brother, I am not as powerful. So he has stolen away my wife. And he is, uh, uh, absolutely unreasonable. But I tried my best to get back. I couldn't do it. Now, as a friend, I seek your help, he said. So when Ram said the fruit of friendship is service, Lord Ram didn't say, you give me help. He didn't say. Generally, people think fruit of friendship is service. That's for the service, so I can take service. It's not for taking service, it's for giving service. So when you become a friend with somebody, you are willing to come forward and assist and help that devotee. And you see, it's not an alliance against others, which means, it is not meant for looking down upon others. or breed division or harm the sangha. Sometimes what happens, some boys have a tendency to form groups, and then after forming group, they will praise their own group, then they will talk ill of the other group. Right now? Like in Pune temple, when we started one of the PDC, we made 4 groups to go for book distribution. In one group, there were 4 brahmacharis, all were Takata, big, big brahmacharis, powerful brahmacharis. And they will distribute 200 books every day. Huh? Other groups are distributing 40, 60, 70 maximum. And every morning in front of the deity, when we announce, everybody only they will only come first. Almost 2 or 3 months they came first. The other groups, their face became very small. Huh? They said, Prabhuji, इनको कभी beat नहीं कर सकते हैं. Because all 4 are very strong in the group. But in other groups, we are all very weak. And also they started telling the other groups, क्या करते हैं आप लोग, कुछ भी है नहीं आपको. Huh? They were saying. So when they started talking ill of the other group, immediately we made one plan. They brought the matter to me. I said, divide these 4 fellows to 4 groups. They protested like anything in the beginning. After that, the competition was real competition. After that, correct, no? Then all the gossip ended after that. Mhm. So it's not for that purpose, you see. Mhm. How to cultivate genuine friendship? Serve together, like see Krishna Sudama are serving together, you see. Huh. So my Guru Maharaj was telling once how the affection between devotees increases. He said when they take prasad together, when they chant together, when they dance together, when they go on Harinam together, when they distribute books together, when they wash pots together, and especially if we go on van Sankirtan or bus Sankirtan, to some villages and all, then you get time to be with other friends also. You cook together, you cut sabji, you wash pots and everything. Then helping one another in that way, and struggling together to do things. That is where the relationship, the strong emotional bonds are formed. The early days there was no cook in the boys. We only boys only used to cook. They developed thick friendships because somebody has to bring the groceries, somebody has to wash the sabji, somebody has to cut it, somebody has to cook it, somebody has to transfer it, somebody has to serve it. And sometimes there are challenges. Cylinder got over, you have to go and get it. And everybody is working together. you know, and every day is a challenge. Or different devotees will take lead in cooking. Correct, no? Later on, some devotees said, Prabhu, if you can get a cook, then all of us can go out on preaching and bringing voices. I said, wonderful idea. Then he got the cook. So cook came, but devotees took prasad, but then they were not going out. Correct, no? The purpose for which the cook came is forgotten. For a period of time can happen, correct, no? So, of course, for a period of time, we made a policy that if you are not going out distributing books, preaching, and bringing new people and expanding the center, then what is the need for a cook? Then better you only cook and offer to Lord and take prasad. That's all, correct, no? So then one more observation I made: when people go out for preaching and then make a plan and a strategy and then preach and bring new boys and then you know, count the number, how many are coming for this, coming for that. It can become very pretty official. It can become more like a corporate organization. So there is a corporate versus community. Corporate has a sharp nose. It has management policies, bureaucracy, power fights, and all those things. So and community has the flavor of home. You know, uh, town planning meeting, coming together, just sitting together and you know making plan together and thumb rules. So you will find community has a different flavor. It's a family culture. So ISKCON is a family or ISKCON is an organization? What do you think? Both. Yeah. So only family will never expand. Organization is meant for scaling up activities. Are having one center. Now, one more center has come up in Koth Road. One more center coming in Nare, correct? No? Nare. Now one is jumping to Goa. Another center coming in Goa now. Correct? No? In this way, Amshapur is able to expand through various devotees, isn't it? That is possible because we are a organization. Correct? No? At the same time, within that organization, we have to keep the family culture also. Because we are a spiritual organization. Without the family culture, it becomes very dry. उठो उठो भागो भागो दौड़ो दौड़ो लेके आओ get that it's number game. It will become very dry. So if you don't want dryness, you want some juice, then we have to keep a balance between family and office. And another thing, too much family is also dangerous. Huh? Because you can't scold anybody. Yeah. You tell, "Arey, koi nahi jata bahar." He, they will laugh. Huh? Because you are also afraid to scold them because it's a family, correct, no? Because in family means you think you can't hurt anybody, correct, no? So too much family is also bad. Too much organization also is bad. What do we need? A balance we need. So together and sadhana sangha, attend Mangalarati, Japa, Shastra class together, huh? Which we are all doing. An open communication, open heart, and share struggles and realizations in appropriate settings. Correct? No, that is Guhya Magata Prichati. Correct? Practice hospitality. Small acts like sharing prasad. Of course, you have, share herbal tea, not ordinary tea. Huh? Herbal tea, 75 points, isn't it? Uh, Celebrate success. We do Sadhu Bhushan, correct? So, not Sadhu Bhushan, I mean, what is that? Yeah, awards. Sadhu Bhushan awards we do. Your birthday festival, once in 2, 3 months, your birthday festivals, correct? Yeah, how many of you have seen Shapat Tapas festival? The farewell festival, correct? No? Yeah, farewell festival. Also, some other voices, monthly once, they celebrate big festivals also. Sometimes they cook together, they make Govardhan, they celebrate, huh? Damodar festival, like that. And, some other voices are doing that. If we do that, all devotees come together and they're able to, celebrate together. So, because that breaks the routine and brings some new fresh air, correct, na? So, and also they get to be with each other, throw away all the busy other things and be with each other like that. So we celebrate a lot of festivals in our voice center. We have many things like this. And also you go for yatras, correct? Now outdoor trips for the inmates, correct? Residents. So safeguarding the bond. Doshadarshi is fault finding. The greatest danger is seeing faults in friends poisons the relationship. Try to be a Gunadarshi. So seeing the good. So we have seminars on this, learning to see good in others and avoiding fault finding nature. Because if you go to a garden, there are going to be, you can say garden is full of fragrant roses, or you can say garden is full of thorny bushes. Who is right? Both are right. But you prefer to see what you want to see. Correct? No? Yeah, all of us have something good, something bad. So we should ignore the bad and take the good. Correct? No? Yeah. Like sometimes you you find prasadam is cooked. Some item may not be great some particular day. Some day some item may be very great. Correct? No? So some item is great, you appreciate it. Some item is not that great today, don't talk about it. This is very difficult to do. To not talk about it. People comment about it. क्या है कुछ मजा नहीं आया आज ऐसे, क्या बनाया है? So therefore, in the same manner about people also, every devotee here is able to contribute in certain way and they cannot do in certain other way. So whatever they can do, try to appreciate that. Like Krishna has given every jiva some ability. Horse can run fast, cow can give milk, bull can till the land, donkey can carry load, you know. Everybody has some talent. Similarly, every resident can do something. What they can do, you see. Don't see what they can't do. Unchecked ego. Feelings of being senior or right or stumbling blocks. Cultivate humility and remember we are all tiny jivas. See, senior, junior differences may be there. Juniors have to respect the senior and seniors have to be compassionate to juniors. But too much of attaching importance to seniority and false pride and prejudice and all that, that makes the sambandha very weak. Mm. Therefore, as though we may be senior, we come down from our so-called senior position, and we sit with devotees, we dance with devotees, we serve prasad. We go out for contribution with devotees, and that way the devotees' familiarity and friendliness will increase. If somebody is in fourth year, somebody is in second year. Yes, second year devotees naturally see the fourth year devotees to be senior. But the fourth year devotees are more, if they're more or less free from false ego and friendly, then the second year devotees feel more confidence. Correct? No, those who are coming in. So one should not maintain like a halo around the head, holier than thou attitude, that kind of thing. Correct? No? Then the friendliness cannot develop with that. The breach of confidence. Breaking trust is a severe offense. Confidentiality is sacred. Like somebody told about his problem to you. Huh? He says that, Prabhuji, I'm afraid to reveal this to my counselor or mentor. I'm telling you. Then you help him to build the confidence to reveal that to his counselor or mentor. Help him. Not that you go around telling everybody, hey, this fellow told me his problem. Huh? You tell 2 dozen people, that fellow will run away. Huh? Correct? Now, one should not break the confidence. Give him support in a way that he will be able to reveal and take help. Neglecting primary relation. Human friendship must never distract from your relationship with Guru and Krishna. Like it so happened, once one of the residents, devotees, he asked his friend, अरे क्या सुबह सुबह उठना पड़ता है, आपको क्या लगता है? He said, हमको भी ऐसा ही लगता है. He said, देखो हमारे हॉस्टल में फ्रेंड्स सोते हैं 8 बजे तक सोते हैं, ये लोग हमको उठा देते हैं सुबह सुबह. He said, so they both went on talking like this. Finally, both moved out together, went back to hostel. And after going to hostel, they got into drinking and smoking and bad habits. So much so, their friends started telling, "Arey, chalo, वापस चले जाओ voice में." It happened in one of the NITs. They were telling, "अरे इतना हमसे भी ज्यादा गया गुजरा चला गया हो गया तो." They said, "We agree that we are fallen. You are more fallen than us now, because you have left the good association and come. You go back." They were saying. So these two boys, they degraded each other by bad association of each other. Correct, no? Actually, it is true that we get up early in the morning, but what are you getting in return? Are your boys eating prasadam like this in the hostel? Are they leading a clean lifestyle like what you're leading? No illicit sex, no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication. Is it the type of life they're able to lead? And you're all having mutual respect for each other. Bowing down, isn't it? You call each other as Prabhu. In hostel, who is calling you as Prabhu? Huh? Isn't it? Here you are, Prabhu means? You are given the role of a master. Everybody is calling us a Prabhu here. And you can see the kind of lifestyle we have, and the spiritual goals we have in life. So one should be grateful for the kind of culture that you're getting here. So one should not, therefore it is said, the primary relation is with Guru and Krishna. If somebody is going to spoil our relation with Guru and Krishna, we should keep a distance from such people, even if they are devotees also. So if they're taking us away from Krishna, look at this fellow with long nose. So he is not sincere, he's not serious, so one should avoid. And repairing a broken relationship. So in case with somebody our relation got a bit strained, what we should do? Look within before blaming. Was it your ego? Or was it the other fellow's problem? Sometimes, we think that other person is not talking to me nowadays. That is the reason why is he not talking. Because we did some mistake in the relationship, correct, no? Then they keep a little distance. And one devotee came and told me, Prabhuji, please tell him to talk to me, tell him to be as normal as before. He told me. When I asked other devotees, no, Prabhuji, I'm afraid. Because this fellow, I don't want to go near him. I want to keep a little away. I will be respectful, but not friendly. Other fellow wants him to be similar, same type of friend as before. Then I told him, you have to pay the price. For that, you have to earn the trust. If you are not able to win the trust today, after 1 year, the trust may come back. Correct, no? You invest in the relation in a respectful manner. So we have to check whether mistake was mine or mistake is his. What did I do? Maybe this fellow, one of his mistakes was he was giving too much feedback to his friend. Then the relationship became strained. Or he wouldn't keep confidence. He will go around telling everybody what he heard from him. Then it strains the relationship. Or he will take things which belong to his friend without telling him. He takes his batteries. He takes his charger. Or he takes his laptop. He takes his bike and punches it and leaves it. Prabhuji, after all, his friend, he should tolerate me, he says. So then the friendship becomes strained, you see. Communicate. Use humble I statements. I felt hurt when, and not accusation. Whenever some strain happens with your friend, you can say, Prabhu, I got very disturbed yesterday night, and my whole sleep got spoiled because I heard your snoring sound, So I got disturbed. And he will feel sympathy for you. Oh, really, Prabhu? You couldn't get good sleep. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll sleep in another room or something, he will say. If you say, what is this, Prabhuji? You snored like this. You ruined my sleep yesterday night. You know, you know, you are so unconscious while sleeping. Everybody is disturbed because of your snoring. If you say that is accusation, right? No, don't speak in accusating mode, accusation mode. Say what is your difficulty that you are experiencing. That will attract sympathy. Correct? No? Apologize means offer a genuine unconditional apology for your specific mistake. Oh, I'm sorry, Prabhu. Yesterday I think, I misunderstood you. You told me something, I understood it to be something else. Huh? I'm sorry, and that work was not done. Today I will do it or whatever. So if you sincerely apologize, it will be accepted. Huh? And serve, re-establish connection through joint service. It heals wounds. Yeah. In case there was some wound that happened, which does happen always in relationships, the more thick relationship you have with people, the more our expectations increase from each other. Even in family bonds, also we can see that. Blood relatives also, our expectations increase. Some wounds will happen, but what is the way to heal the wounds? Serve together. You see, is there example of Shastric example of somebody the relationship got wounded and then it was repaired? Any example? That then Vaishnava with a limping leg. Yeah, that is one example. Yeah, any other example in Vaishnava friendships? Like, for example, Sarvabhattacharya and Gopinath Acharya had a heated dialogue because they had a thick friendship also, correct? Yeah. Nityanand Bhava and Advaita Acharya also, if you read the dialogues, you will see that. So, in friendship, there can be strong moments and there can be very light moments. It's understanding aparad. What is Vaishnava aparad? Disrespecting devotees, disregarding a devotee service. Your service is useless, saying like that. Or not caring for their position. Or enviously talking ill of them or blaspheming them. But what is not aparad is constructive criticism we can give. Correction given with compassion. Combine correction with compassion. And healthy debate. Discussing Shastra respectfully. See, whenever there's a difference in opinion, we should not disrespect. You can tell him, Prabhuji, your viewpoint is like that, and my viewpoint is this. Let us check with seniors. That's what I understood. Or you have said what you understand. Let us discuss. That's a very respectful way. Setting boundaries, protecting your sadhana from toxicity, which means in case some devotee has a nature to speak aparads, you keep little distance from the devotee. That is not aparad. Because you are keeping distance in order to avoid the toxicity. Correct, no? So you don't want to have a toxic relationship, so you keep away. So setting boundaries is not aparad. He may say, since you are not associating with me, I think you are blaspheming me. Somebody says, you can't say that. No. Uh, you are keeping away for your own health, spiritual health. And how do we increase our love for the devotees? To love God, start by loving the dog, we say, no? Of God. Who is the dog of God? The devotee. Vaishna, what is that famous song he says? How it begins? Sarvasva tomar charane sampiya podeci tomar ghare. Correct, no? Like that, yeah. That's the song. Tumito Thakur, Tomara Kokor, he says. So here you see, Krishna himself is serving the devotees. And look for active, practical ways to serve. That cleanses the heart of envy. Study the lives of pure devotees. How Krishna and covered boys are dealing. Pray for them. When you pray for them, our heart softens also. And seeing Krishna is with them always in their heart. So, the voice center is not just a building. It is where we forge eternal friendships. Let us cultivate them with care, humility, and great love to carry us back to the spiritual world. So, our voice centers are centers for, it's a training ground for Goloka. Bhuloka to Goloka. Now I have to rush for the next lecture, US lecture. So Krishna and Sudama friendship is such a beautiful friendship. So much to learn. Shri Prabhupada ki